All right, at Top Talkers today, I welcome my panel, Cody Jeffries from Bob FM, Stuntman Stu from Majic 100, and Steve Lloyd from the team 1200. We're talking about celebrating a different kind of May 2-4, which is what most people in Ontario call that weekend that we just enjoyed, Victoria Day weekend. Now, a petition is out from some pretty well-known Canadians. Margaret Atwood, Susan Gluckart, Elizabeth May, and Gordon Pinsent, part of a group urging Canadians to sign a petition to rename the holiday Victoria and First Peoples Day. How do you feel about that?
Well, I think we should have separate days. I mean, just looking at all the devastation, let's have another day to celebrate what we already have, right? Let's celebrate life and be happy and just have a separate day and another long weekend.
Just another long weekend? Do we celebrate these things as long weekends? Do they actually mean something to us?
Here's my idea.
Uh-oh.
This is going to be good.
No.
Try this one on precise.
All right.
Okay. You had 900 people that signed this petition, right? Okay, and we're talking about it.
Right.
Here on Top Talkers. Margaret Atwood, Gordon Pinsent, Susan Gluckart. So, if the Senators, hypothetically, win the Stanley Cup,
Right.
okay, could we not get more than 900 signatures and rename Canada Day to Ottawa Senators Day?
It's interesting. You know, it's an interesting
what I'm
point. You're
saying?
joking around, but that's a good point.
That's my
I mean, we
point.
could get a lot of signatures behind that motion, whether or not that's a valid idea. How do you feel about tacking something onto a day already? If you're going to do a First Peoples Day, should it be a separate day on its own, Steve?
Exactly. I think it's dumb, really. Victoria Day is there to, celebrate the monarchist history of this country, and it goes back along, and so does First Peoples, obviously. But if you're going to honor First Peoples, have another day. Have another day altogether. I don't get tacking on to something else already.
Wouldn't that make it? For my personal point, wouldn't that just make it more impactful? A day where
Because
you
now
actually
you're
set
sharing.
aside?
Now you're sharing something. Why are you just jumping on a bandwagon already? That's a long weekend and adding something to it.
Could we maybe look at the third weekend in June?
I like where your head's at.
See, because
good.
you've got the May 2-4, then you've got the First
July
Nations
1st?
one in June, then you've got Canada Day, then you got August long weekend, then you got Labor Day. It's perfect.
Yeah. See, you're making all kinds of sense today. Let me move it to a different long weekend that doesn't exist for most of us. Does this bring up the thought of holidays and whether or not we have a huge hole missing for Remembrance Day? Should it be should that be a national holiday?
I think you're right on that one. That's a great day to
stores
commemorate.
closed.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Not
people
opening at
going to
11.
events, right?
Used to be, but I think the logic when they changed it was a lot of people weren't going to the cenotaphs.
Right.
So, and especially the kids, keep the kids in school, it's a field trip, and they go. And I think that's a big reason why it changed.
So kids in school, that's actually a good point there. Just because the government workers often get the day off, but with the expectation, federal government workers of going to check out the ceremonies that go on. So we need a long weekend overhaul in this country, I think.
One a month.
Right.
Wasn't there a whole bunch of controversy about Family Day in February?
In February.
Where some people were working, some people weren't in this province. I mean, it gets all confusing.
It does, yeah, it does, because federally regulated people don't have the day off as a stat, and then those who are not, or provincially regulated, do.
You know what should? There's 2 other days in the year that should be a holiday. You'll agree with me on one of these.
Stew Day?
No. No.
Don't get them started.
The day after the Super Bowl should be a holiday. Am I right? Because you're trying to recover.
Sure, okay.
But an American holiday, though?
And what's
Because should that be an American
What about Grey
holiday?
Cup?
No.
Day after Grey Cup. Come on now.
Yeah, okay. And that's pushing it. And then how about the day after, St. Patty's Day?
Wow.
That should be a day off.
Another
There you
recovery
go.
day.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you should get your drunken bum out of bed and go to work. That's what you
Why
should
are you
do.
talking to him specifically?
Yeah. Oh, look at him. All right, so we agree then. The panel, I think, is in consensus that First Peoples Day should be its own day. It would be a more important day, I think, right?
More of an impact.
Right, there you have it. Thank you very much to my panel on Top Talkers today.